I'm Isabelle Lee, a cross-asset reporter at Bloomberg. When I was in the Philippines, I would always identify as a Chinoy, as a Chinese by blood but Filipino by heart. But when I moved to the US in 2018, it was just a lot simpler to tell people I was Filipino. But then I often felt like I wasn't telling the whole story because a huge part of me is Chinese. Growing up in a Chinoy household was really seeing the best of both cultures mixed together. So my parents really tried to incorporate in our childhood a lot of Chinese things, but also a lot of Filipino things. So also being Filipino has its own best traits. For instance, I feel like I learned how to be really faithful and really be respectful, saying po and opo. That's the very Filipino part of me. But at the same time, the Chinese part of me is more the hardworking ones, or really trying to save money and all that. Those two are obviously generalizations, but I really feel like my parents did a great job in raising me and my brother. Being a journalist is definitely not a typical career path, especially for a Chinese Filipino. Both my parents are accountants by profession, and now they're business people. My brother, while he's a civil engineer by education, he's also now a businessman. And here I am, the journalist who doesn't really earn so much.
So it's actually not. The answer is more nuanced. But US stocks did have their best rally in 2 weeks. We have the S&P 500.
But I was actually encouraged a lot by my parents and even my brother. I'm so lucky that I have very supportive families. I studied communication arts in Ateneo, and then when I graduated, I worked in GMA and then ABS. Then I moved to New York. I took up a master's in journalism in Columbia University, which in my opinion is the best journalism school because it's where it was founded by Joseph Pulitzer, and obviously that's the Pulitzer Prize today. And I took a second master's degree in international affairs to really supplement my journalism degree, because in my head, a journalism school will teach me how to write. International affairs, which is my second degree, will kind of help me in what to write. But really, those wouldn't have been possible without the support of my family. They've been so gracious and they've been so generous. And I really, really credit a lot of whatever I have accomplished today to them.
A lot of retail investors are taking a backseat. Crypto is also down. I mean, those two kind of go hand in hand. Professional traders are a bit more open-minded when trading crypto, and retail traders are more apprehensive.
At Bloomberg, I cover the stock market. Throughout the day, it's just really watching the market, talking to investment strategists, analysts, bankers, portfolio managers. It was kind of intimidating at first because why would they pick up the phone and talk to this young lady? But then, if you just really carry yourself a certain way, you gain the respect of people. And obviously your work speaks for itself. Hi, I just left my apartment. It's around 6:40 a.m. I usually get to work around 7 a.m. because I cover the stock market, which opens at 9:30. So we read all the research notes as much as we can and prepare for the day. And Mondays are unpredictable. Sometimes they're quiet because, we just came from the weekend, but sometimes we're super busy. So today, I'm also going to meet two guests in person in the Bloomberg office. They're strategists and analysts, and it's always nice to meet those people to get their point of view. So those are city bikes. You pay per bike, and I like using them also on the weekends because they're fun. So it's a 10-minute walk to the subway station, and my office is around 2 stops, and then when I get off that station, it's immediately there. The whole travel takes around 15 minutes. As a Chinese Filipino in journalism, it sometimes feels a bit strange. This just really underscores my point as well, that I was able to really pursue this path, and some might say be good at this path, because of support from family, friends. I really couldn't have done it alone. There were so many times where you just want to give up because you make so much less, but you work so much more. I remember when I was in the Philippines, I was always working 12-hour days because I would start at 6 back home and end at 6. And I even worked Saturdays because I would write for The World Tonight. So that was like 6-day work week, 12 hours for a couple of years up. But my family and friends made it easy. They were forgiving when I couldn't show up in many things. I wasn't able to film the last day, but I'm on my way home. I did a TV interview. I reported on cryptocurrencies because I wrote about it, Bitcoin, Ether, and all that. But that's the Bloomberg office. And I usually just walk home because it takes 30 minutes because, I mean, if I sweat and if I look ugly, it's fine. But coming to work, I take the train. So it's been a long day, actually, but it's been good. No one was nagging me or no one was getting mad at me. No one was telling me, you always put your job first, which I do, actually. But that's another conversation. But yes, I'm very fortunate with the support system I have. And even now that I moved here in the US, it's still as strong. I feel it more than ever, and I'm lucky. 10 years from now, I hope that I will be really good in my job. I hope that I'm an even better daughter, sister, friend. I also got engaged this year, so obviously down the line I hope to be a better wife, but I don't know, I just hope to be a better person 10 years from now. Makes me a bit scared to think of that, but you know, we'll see. I'll just try my best every day.
For more, of course, on the survey and the results, let's bring in our Bloomberg cross-asset reporter, Isabelle Lee.
Hi, I'm Isabelle Lee, and this is my Beyond Borders story.